Nottingham City Council have announced that they cannot balance their books, signalling sweeping cuts that will profoundly affect residents who are still reeling from the shock of last summer's violence. This is the second in a series of dialogues between the voluntary, public and private sectors, allowing them to take stock of the situation and plan a coordinated response to these new challenges.
I'm sorry, because I am angry. I don't know about anybody else. I am really angry. And honestly, I don't see this as an opportunity. I don't see it as something good and something positive. We're absolutely being, devastated by these cuts.
Debbie's very angry. I know that a lot of other people at home and in schools today are very angry. I've been talking to them at the school gates and in Market Square and elsewhere.
A lot of people saying it actually feels personal. So for a lot of us here, we're with organisations that are feeling the pinch and the cut, but actually it's the actual residents feel it's personal. So
people don't feel safe in a sort of broad way, and we were thinking that this is not going to help.
The welfare rights of people and the major concern there, it feels like the people that are getting hit are the ones that maybe are less visible and don't have that voice.
The concerns are that people will not use the facilities which generate community feeling and get people working together. It will lead to shrinking lives, it will lead to more isolation, loneliness, and with that will come issues around health, well-being, confidence and all those sort of areas.
We talked a lot about the impact on the kind of infrastructure and about when that's taken away, that when it's gone, it's gone. It's really hard to sort of build that up again.
In terms of concerns to the VCS, we're saying there will be no VCS.
At the moment, you've got a place where you can get support. They will not be there in any aspect at all. And I just think those community spaces, whatever they're used for, are just so important to keep open.
And usually you might work together and organisations might share practice, but that might be less likely in this sort of landscape.
But what we need is those people who actually can do scrutiny and can ask questions, because people have different skills and different ways of reacting to things. Actually, perhaps what we need to think about is where we do scrutinise and try and hold these people to account.
Thinking about speaking and listening to our communities and being informed directly by those in need.
The principal thing we needed to say was that for it to work, there has to be a shared and common purpose.
If there were no cuts, we would still be having this meeting. How do we build Nottingham better? We'd still be having a meeting fighting for funding. So I think the hope has to be really critical, because I can see people thinking, well, it's all negative if it's an anti-cuts demo. That's right, you have to raise your voice, but then you have to replace it by saying, this is a time when you need imagination.
We felt that it would be key that part of the role we would have to play as part of that is to rebuild trust in our politics and in our council and in our public services.
It can be quite easy to be negative, and I think we really need to look at what's already good and where there is investment, where these different things that are happening in the city that are positive, and how do we look at some of those about driving some change and driving and doing things differently.
in that sense of identifying the skills and gaps of what we've got to offer the partnership.
Skill sharing, really, how we can support each other as bigger organisations support smaller ones, or the other way around as well, depending on their area of expertise.
Creating collaborative spaces and spaces which can allow collaboration to work better. Being vocal, so kind of using that collective voice to drive sort of more impact around change.
If we're going to be losing community spaces, how do we get those that do have those spaces to make them available to other organisations?
We need bread, but we also need roses. And the whole textile strike in the turn of the century, when migrant workers went on strike to get better conditions, they also said not just something for our bellies, but something for our hearts. We need imagination, we need hope, and I think that's what we're going to fight for as well.